Hey, we're here with Gamebound, a little show where we play random one-shots. Today on the docket is a game called A Duel at Buckthorn. So, just a brief point of history about this game. It is a hack of this game, Blades in the Dark, which is itself a hack of Apocalypse World. So there's actually, it was basically someone took Apocalypse World and then took the bones of that and made it into something very different. And then a bunch of people started making games based off of that game. And so it's a couple layers removed here, but fun game that I still haven't had the chance to play yet. But I've seen a couple of actual plays and it looks a lot of fun. The base die mechanic is the main thing that's going to be carrying over for this one. Because and the way it works is it's you have a dice pool, kind of like Burning Wheel. But not like Burning Wheel. When you roll them, it's your result is determined by what the highest number is. So if you get a 3 or lower, it's a failure. If that's the highest die you have. If it's 4 or 5, it's a partial success. 6, it's a full success. More than 1 6, it's a critical success. And there are various factors to what that exactly means. But that's the base mechanic of the game. That's basically the only thing we'll be rolling is just a pool of D6s with that in mind. And the game itself, A Duel of Buckthorn, is about a duel. And we're going to be
Buckthorn?
It would be a Buckthorn if we weren't modifying the game to not be this standard
false advertising. False advertising.
As I tend to do with games that we play, we're changing the settings slightly. Because originally it's based off of the game, the setting for the game, Rebel Crown, which is not what we are basing this off of. I thought it would be fun to visit Lavender Shadows, to visit the world of Montever again, and do a duel in the Kingdom of Arvern. Why not? Let's go back to Arvern for a duel. So I wrote up a version of the scenario, but the names change and some of the details change.
To protect the innocent?
To protect the innocent and to make it fit Montever. But don't worry, Jordan, you don't have to have played Lavender Shadows to understand this.
Because this isn't a return for me. This is a entrance.
This is an entrance.
I'm a baby.
Yeah. Would you bump up your mic a little bit more?
Beep. Beep. Scoot up.
Yeah, that's good. Perfect.
That's good?
Yeah.
Cool.
So let's read this little synopsis thing. So I have a bunch of handouts on the side here. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at setup first. Okay. So I'm going to read this off. The events of this game are set in the Kingdom of Arvern, 1 year after the events of Lavender Shadows. Last summer, a spat between neighboring provinces erupted into a war, and a hungry winter followed. Most say this has been a bad year, as they have no notion of what lies ahead. King Jean d'Amboise III was to host a modest tournament just outside the prosperous town of Marchhaus, however you pronounce that, to celebrate the marriage of his daughter to the young lord of House Kleber. Members of the nobility gathered on a clear spring morning to eat, drink, and watch the jousts. Mid-morning, King Jean made a shocking declaration. His vassal, House Perrault, was to be stripped of their rule over Marchhaus. King Jean would therefore take Lady Perrault's land directly under his control. He claimed that House Perrault had not mustered enough soldiers in last summer's war and had shorted the payments of coin and grains they owed to their liege. King Jean offered to let House Perrault retain their small keep and promised to support their greatly diminished household in perpetuity. Lady Perrault was appalled. It was true that she had offered less than expected taxes, but her officers had become corrupt and her counselors unreliable. The coin made in Marchhaus was not finding its way to her coffers. When King Jean demanded soldiers, hers were busy fighting bandits in her woods, and she worried that sending her household knights would have left her lands open to the ambitions of her neighbor, Lord Durant. She had expected an act of censure from her liege, but not to be unlanded. King Jean's trap was well set. If Lady Perrault demanded a trial by her peers, she would stand before the closest allies of the monarchy. The wedding guests were selected to this very end. She would not dare revolt for the same reason. The king's forces were gathered in parade dress, while Lady Perrault brought only a handful of guards. King Jean was unprepared for the noble lady's response. She demanded trial by combat. With the wedding tonight, the attending guests agreed that the matter must be settled immediately. Each house must present a champion at noon to fight until one side yields or dies. The winning side will claim full rights to Marchhaus and the surrounding lands. Right, so that's our setup. And the entire game will be that duel. And so normally this would be like 2 players dueling off. But I am going to edit it slightly so that we have a situation, right, where the king has stripped the land from this lady, and 2 of you are going to be... Oh, wait, what? Oh, I just realized the overlays are saying that I am Seth, which is not true.
Yeah, you're not this cool.
Seth is GM. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and change that real quick here. Sure.
It's completely ignored me.
Sure. There we go. That's better. Let's get that out of there. What was I even saying at this point? Cool. We are where we should be. But so 2 of you are going to be playing the champions for the king or the Lady Peralt. But I think so. House Durant was also mentioned in this setup thing, right? There's a noble house that has been having their eye on Lady Peralt's land as well, and I think for whatever legal reason, that house is also going to have like legal justification to enter this duel to try to claim the land for themselves, right? So one of you will be the champion for the king, one of you will be the champion for Lady Peralt, and one of you will be the champion for Lord Durant. And the way, so there's 2 ways we could do this. I could, and just let me know what you guys are thinking. We can have someone either randomly or, for one reason or another, get a bye for the first round and have 2 of you face off against each other. Or I could add another house who's also trying to claim the land and then have, 2v2 or 1v1 2 different duels, and then whoever wins that duel goes off against each other in the last one. What do you think would be more interesting to you guys? The second one means everybody gets to do something, gets to have at least one. Well, I guess everybody gets to have at least one. But anyway, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. Up to you guys.
The first idea kind of makes more sense that a person would just randomly show up in the middle of their duel and say like, oh, no, like it's not so simple.
Right. So the champion for the king and the lady were about to face off, and then the Lord Durant's champion comes in and it says, no, wait a second. And then one of them gets a bye for whatever reason. So maybe it's the king. Maybe the king like declares a bye for himself and just says like, I will face whoever wins this duel. That seems like a thing a king would do. That make sense?
It does the thing a king would do.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. So let's go ahead and look at the rules and weapons stuff, and we'll talk through this. So each player chooses their side in the duel and selects one of that side's likely champions. To resolve the duel, follow the steps below.
Wasn't this a VeggieTales episode?
I'm pretty sure everything has been a VeggieTales episode at this point. Just like anime, right? Like there's always something. Yeah, it's interesting the way that first thing is worded, because it sounds like there might be. I just don't think it would make sense for there to be multiple champions on one side. So yeah, we'll do it the way we're gonna do it. So each player chooses their side in the duel and selects one of that side's likely champions. To resolve the duel, follow the steps below. Let's actually just go to the duelists first, before we go to this. So we have champions 1 and champions 2, these handouts here. The first handout, champions 1, are the ones that are most likely champions for the king. The second one are the ones that are most likely champions for the Lady Peralt. For you, Jordan, I wrote these up, loosely based off of the ones that were originally there. For you, Jordan, you can pick any of them, and then we can make up some reason why they would fight for Lord Durant. Right?
I want to be,
and technically, anyway, you can pick any of them. But
I want to be Thomas Avery because I just want to play with a warhammer and a dagger. I want to play with a warhammer, and he's yelling with a warhammer.
Okay, yeah, sure. Let's see. Yeah, we'll read that off. So you want to be the champion of the king?
Sure, yeah. Thomas Avery was a squire for Sir de Villiers until last this morning. The renowned knight died from a training injury, and his body is not yet in the ground. Thomas will plead for the right to represent King John in the trial, knowing it is now his surest path to knighthood. Thomas is untested but swift, and all his hopes rest on this. He's swift with a warhammer.
Yeah, I guess. And so
Thomas Avery.
The way these are worded will give you bonus dice on some things and not others. When we look at the rules section. So
okay,
that's why
I just want a warhammer.
Yeah, no, that sounds fun.
Can I just like change one of their names?
Sure. Yeah.
Awesome.
Make it a pun. Make it a pun.
Seth, how dare you think I would stoop to such lows to make my name any kind of pun of any variety?
Oh, that means this is gonna be good.
A dueling Buckthorn? What? I'm Oh my gosh. Okay, Jordan, I veto this. You have to use my names now. I veto it. Veto it so hard. Absolutely not.
No. Let him keep it, and then obviously, whoever faces him wins their duel.
Just automatically, yeah.
Yeah.
Do either of you have any preference for any of those champions? Then, either of the rest of you.
I can jump between. I can pick last. I'm fine with that.
I just wanted a warhammer. I didn't care about anything else.
I think I would like to be Basil.
Basil
Durant is a hardened soldier. Back from 2 years as a mercenary abroad, he is uninterested in tournaments, but his brothers pressed him to join the list. The House Durant is a key rival of the House Perrault. He will offer himself as a champion for Lady Perrault without hesitation, but he won't. He'll just fight for his own house.
Oh, okay. So you're going to be that one? Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, because I mean, House Durant is the other house that needs a champion, so it makes sense. Because obviously he knows that if the king goes unchecked, House Durant will be his next target. Mm-hmm. So he will just fight for his own house.
Yep. Sounds good. Basil Durant. Sounds great. What about you then, Jordan? You're going to be fighting for Lady Perrault. So that second list is probably the most likely.
Yeah. I'll be Vincent.
Vincent Arduin, probably. Yeah. Want to read that for us?
Oh, fight!
Sure, you can keep that voice up.
Oh
yeah.
It's Gret, but with no, I'm not going further.
Would you like to read that entry for us, Jordan?
I'm a former soldier and a legend.
Please spare us.
No, it's a blessing.
I'm a former soldier and a legend knight who fought for the House
Bouveau.
And I now make a living robbing Lady Perrault's tax collectors because those guys suck. I came to the tournament to join the melee in a suit of stolen plate. It's actually not even plate armor, it's just plates. I would gladly don the same armor as Perrault's champion if it meant a seat at her table as a castle and a roof over his head. Over my head.
And you have
over my head.
Yeah. You have a mace, a shield, and a dagger. And Basil
I'm
has
about to mace this race.
Cool stuff. So
This is not the voice I was originally going to do, but I started doing it and I'm like, oh, it's just happening.
okay. Cool. So Thomas, you're a squire and you're trying to get your path to knighthood by fighting for the king.
Mhm.
Emily is Basil. I'm doing it myself. Basil Durant, hardened
Basil.
soldier, member of House Durant, and Jordan is Vincent, a former soldier and a fake knight who's basically has just been robbing the Lady Peralt's tax collectors and wants to get in on this deal. Cool stuff. So let's look at the rules, shall we?
Caleb, Alyssa loves Jordan's voice, so I think we got to keep it.
I don't. Alyssa's not on my side, so. All right, cool. Determine the stakes, right? The duel will end.
Medium rare.
The duel will end when one champion yields or dies.
How dare you? Medium rare? I'm sorry.
No, medium rare is the way to go. Yeah, that's how you do it.
Wait, Jordan, what are you vouching for?
Medium well.
Ugh. It's all tough and flavorless.
No. Well is tough and flavorless. Medium well is
Medium well's fine.
a little bit like it's cooked all the way through, and you're like you don't have to worry about things being rubbery.
Rubbery?
Yeah, and uncooked. Ah.
No, rubbery is medium well, in my opinion.
Well,
anyway, steak preferences aside.
These aren't the stakes we're talking about. So thank you, Seth, for ruining that.
Wait, can I say this out loud, Jordan? Jordan, you got to say this out loud. This is amazing.
The messenger message.
Yes.
Okay, fine. My character is Gret with more Gretrogen.
What? I literally can't understand what you're saying when you do that voice.
My character is Gret with more Gretrogen.
Oh my. Yikes.
I liked it.
Okay. The duel will end when one champion yields or dies. Establish what your characters hope to gain if they win. Establish what your characters risk losing if they yield. So we can kind of talk about this as we go here. Let's look at those entries again. So Thomas obviously stands to gain a knighthood if he wins for the king, right? What will he stand to lose if
life?
I don't. Well, yes, obviously no. It's if you yield, that's what you stand to lose. Obviously, you.
Oh, okay.
If you get killed in the duel, you just die. But
I mean, if he loses, he gets dishonored.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you were like a squire for a different knight. So, like,
so if he loses,
you yield,
he gets a video game?
Well, if you yield, you probably don't get. You're probably not a knight anymore, right? No knight is going to take you on as their squire, and you're not going to be able to advance. So, and then let's see. Basil, obviously, you gain what you gain to win. You get to protect. You get the land from your rival, and you also protect House Durant from being pushed around by the king.
And I proved to my brothers that I'm a team player, and I'm also better than them.
True that. What you stand to lose by yielding?
The respect of my brothers.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Nothing else. Just
Nothing
that.
else. Just that. Yeah. Cool. Vincent Arduin.
Literally a win-win. Either A, I win and I get to live in the castle as a knight, or B, I lose. They find out, or I yield. They find out that I've been stealing, and then they throw me in jail, and I get a roof over my head. Either way.
I don't know if that's how it happens in a medieval society. You're probably just going to be killed.
You know, I like to think with optimism. Optimism is best.
Well, the issue is if you yield and Lady Peralt doesn't get her land back, then you don't get you've lost your opportunity to continue like stealing from her tax collectors, right? Because Durant probably won't put up with that, and the king certainly won't. So, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Lady Peralt probably wouldn't put it up with it either. She probably doesn't realize, does she?
Maybe, yeah, maybe not. Yeah, cool. So those are the stakes. We determine each duelist's die pool, group of d6s. So all duelists start with 1 die. Here, let me do this. I will take y'all to the character sheet page here. So we can go ahead and write in the stuff we've been dealing with so far. I'll let you guys do that. So Seth, Emily, Jordan in that order.
Give me a second. I'm responding to something else.
Mhm.
Writing
Okay.
something in.
Okay.
So
So
do you see
oh.
those character sheets?
Yes, I do see now.
No.
So
I see. Oh, yes, now I do.
Yeah.
It's scrolling this way instead
yeah,
of up and down.
Yep. So on the far left is Seth, middle is Emily, and far right is Jordan.
All right, Caleb, tell me which font I should use.
Contrail. Please use Contrail. The rest of them suck.
I'm going to freehand.
I'm going to free.
There's no
So-
Comic Sans? What's
When we-
Cowson's script?
When we were doing a campaign where they didn't have the right Roll20 sheets for it, that's what Jared did with his. He just freehanded everything, and it was awful.
Look, to be in leagues with someone as excellent as Jared,
That's
I
fair.
think
Sure.
is a good legacy to have.
It's entirely fair. Yeah, so you can put in your name. Oh, yeah, that's a good font too. Your goal and your weapons.
My goal is to win. I think it's pretty obvious goal right there.
I mean, your goal is to gain a knighthood.
Fine. If we gotta be specific.
Oh, Emily, you're actually doing it.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty okay.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I
Hope
like that
so.
font, Seth. It's a good one. Yeah. So go ahead and put that stuff in. Sorry, I should have taken you guys to this page earlier. So I could have done that while we talked.
That's a pretty nice V.
Yeah, and then Jordan, you have a mace, shield, and dagger for weapons there. In Emily's face while she writes this. Is amazing.
The face
Yes.
of your.
Alyssa says you do you, Em.
Thank you.
It's just it's just a shame there's no Comic Sans, really. I mean, that would have been even better. Actually.
I'm gonna spray you in the eyes with mace.
So everyone starts with 1 die. Everyone gains 1 die if you are formally trained in the art of dueling. So that'll be kind of determined on your little blurb there. So for example, Thomas.
Very accurate, Emily. Very accurate. I mean, I imagine I would be formally trained.
Yeah, you are formally trained and you truly believe in the cause you represent. Those are the ones you.
But I haven't been in lethal.
But you haven't fought with
stakes?
legal stakes before. Yeah.
Okay.
I think everybody has 2 of these, as far as I can tell.
Okay, I'm assuming as a mercenary, I've fought with lethal stakes.
Yeah, let's look at Basil here. Yeah, hardened soldier, uninterested in tournaments. So you have fought with lethal stakes and you truly believe in the cause you represent. But you have not been formally trained in the art of dueling. And Vincent... Man, I don't know if he has any of these.
Dogs to suck.
Well,
gotta
okay,
give
he's a
him
former
one
former
kill.
soldier. So at least he's fought with lethal stakes before.
Legal stakes.
But I don't think you truly believe in the cause you represent. And I don't think you're formally trained in the art of dueling. But you have a shield, so you do have a bonus over the other 2. So yes, you can mark. You can mark fought with lethal stakes there, Jordan.
Yeah, those were not very well cooked steaks. They're very lethal.
And then you make a 6-section health clock for each duelist. I think. Yeah, they're on there.
As I asked Seth before we started streaming, I'm like, does that just mean we have 6 HP?
Yes.
Okay. It's like a health
But
clock.
everything in a Blades in the Dark game is like functions like clocks. And even like events sort of things, which is why everything is just like clocks, and you get filled. The slices get filled in as like events advance.
9 o'clock.
Yes, exactly. That's what Apocalypse World is too. So, is a clock, right? It's about how close you are to midnight, which is bad.
It's about drive. It's about power.
Sure.
We stay hungry. We devour.
All right.
Just the words of Basil's who he's trying to embrace, which is Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Of course. Alrighty. Note any special abilities. Yeah, so I think this also has to do with the descriptions. So
Drop-dead gorgeous health?
Thomas is described as swift.
So fast.
Yeah.
I'm hardened, so I guess I'm hardy.
Yeah, you can mark hardy.
You've got extra health.
And Vincent.
Some may say I have a time turner. My clock works a little differently.
And Vincent is armored.
Is that what my
That's your special ability.
Cool. And is that what my shield?
No, you have a shield and you're armored.
Okay. What do I do with the fact that I am shielded?
So
Do I have
having
the
a shield allows you to do some there are a couple of moves on that move list on the right there that only you can do.
Okay. That's what I needed. Okay.
Yep. So those are everybody's special abilities. What else we got? Begin the duel.
So I have 8 health, or I have 6 health. Is that right?
Yes, you have 6. Yeah. But that's listed on the top there. Cool. So if you want to know anything about what your weapon can do, you can take a look at the rules/weapons handout. So Jordan, you had the mace, so you get +1 harm on a crushing blow and -1 harm on a glancing blow.
Smash it.
Warhammer, clean strikes also worsens an opponent's stance, but you cannot carry a shield. Daggers, +1 harm on a downed opponent, -1 harm to a steady opponent. And longsword, +1 harm on a crushing blow, cannot carry a shield. Cool. So that's the situation there. So who do we having go first? It was Emily.
They said
and
the
Jordan,
king would have the
right?
bye. Yeah.
Okay. So
Caleb can't kill me immediately in this game.
It's true. So right, we get this like situation. We see the king choose his champion, and everybody's getting ready, and then Basil Durant steps forward and says, "I will claim the land for the House Durant." And the king calculates this for a moment and then says, "I suppose the law gives you the right, as the closest landed noble, to expand your domain. Very well, Basil Durant. You will have your opportunity. You can fight Vincent Arduin first, and my champion will take whoever is left." And we see Basil and Vincent square up on the dueling ground. So let's take a look here. If neither duelist has the clear advantage in comparison, neither gains the advantage. Let's see.
I think that would just mean Seth's character, right? Who's fast.
Well, I'm not going yet.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. It's like he would have the advantage. Is that what it's saying?
So it's saying if neither duelist has the clear advantage in a comparison, neither gains the advantage. And then it lists here. Oh, okay, yeah. So you're hardened. So you start with +2 health, and he's armored. So then, Jordan, you can ignore 1 instance of harm during the duel. So those are just the advantages they're mentioning, I guess.
Okay.
So you begin the duel. Both duelists begin the fight steady. So go ahead and mark on your sheet there that you are steady. That's your stance currently. And the way this works is, in the first round, both duelists roll their die pool and hide the results. So you can GM roll them. So just roll them to me. And then on subsequent rounds, duelists only reroll the dice they use. So the way this works basically is you roll. Oh, okay. So this isn't actually the same dice mechanics. This is a more specific one. So each of these stances have these 6 options. The way it works is you roll your pool of dice, and then when it's your turn to go, you choose the die you're going to use, and then use it to do one of those options based on what stance you're on. And once you use that die, then you reroll it for the next time. So you always have the same pool of dice to work with. Same number. So choose and resolve moves. Each duelist chooses a numbered move matching one of the die results in their pool and their current stance. Duelists place their chosen die result on their character sheet and reveal simultaneously, and unless one is faster, that's only Seth. You resolve harm, subtracting any blocked or evaded harm. You determine if the duel has met the established stakes, and if not, you continue. So let's do this first. I think you have 2 dice, Jordan, and Emily has 3 dice.
Okay, so we're just GM rolling.
Yeah, /GM roll space 3d6 or 2d6. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I can see it, and the streams can see it, but you guys won't be able to see it.
No cheating, Alyssa.
Cool. All right, so I can see your options there. both duelists begin to fight steady. You roll your die pool. And then each duelist chooses a numbered move matching one of the die results in their pool and their current stance. Duelists place their chosen die result on their character sheet and reveal it simultaneously. So, since neither of you are faster than the other, go ahead and secretly choose one of the options on steady, because you both start off at steady. And then we'll reveal them at the same time.
Just like put them in the chat, hit enter at the same time.
Pretty much. Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I thought I was gonna GM, but that works.
Okay, wait, let me.
So okay.
And you can just type in the name of the move that you're doing, and then press enter when you want to when we are revealing. Yeah. So only Jordan has the option to block harm with his shield. And then Jordan, you can decide to ignore one instance of harm once during this duel because you're armored.
Okay.
Does that mean like he can ignore like a 1 harm or he can ignore a 2 harm?
1 harm, yeah.
Okay, just one.
Oh,
that's why I wasn't sure about.
Yeah, one instance of harm. Yeah,
harm.
1 attack. You're right.
Okay.
Because it would just say 1 harm otherwise. Yep.
So whatever number I roll within the steady, I can choose up to that number.
So you got those 2 numbers there, right, on the screen.
Uh-huh.
Those are the options on the steady list that you can choose based on those numbers, right?
Okay.
What if we like rolled, say for example, like you have no shield, but you rolled 3 1s. Can you literally just do nothing?
Yeah, I think so. And that's the point, right? Is that 1s are bad. And so if you don't have a shield, if you have a shield, that's like your fail safe. But if you don't have a shield, then it's just bad. So Jordan, keep in mind that, and you also, Emily, right? The weapon stuff. So for you, Jordan, +1 harm on a crushing blow, -1 harm on a glancing blow. And then for you, Emily, +1 harm on a crushing blow, but you can't carry a shield.
Okay. Jordan, are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay.
Where are there 2? Go ahead, sir.
3, 2, 1, go.
Very good. Very good.
Rude.
So would you guys like to describe what this looks like? Or at least like the attempt is going to look like?
I'm guessing I probably strike first since I'm still steady at the point at which I'm attacking.
Yeah.
And I just go up and slice him, but like on the arm.
Yeah.
Just a nice clean slice.
And see, clean strike does 2 harm. You can choose, Jordan, to ignore that harm with your armored if you'd like. Otherwise, you take it.
Okay, so that doesn't prevent the ignoring 1 instance of harm. Does that?
It means both of those harm that she just did to you would go away.
Right, but assume like if someone did crushing blow to me at a different point, would it also get rid of? Would my stance still be worsened?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes, it would be, but you can ignore the harm. Yeah.
So I would ignore the harm, but my stance would.
But your stance would worsen. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna say no to the damage.
The only difference is if she got a crushing blow on you, it would reduce 1 more harm.
It would do 1 more harm because Emily also does better at it.
Oh, she does?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, then never mind.
I mean, it's still 2
early.
harm.
Still early in the duel, so yeah, it's up to you, but...
I'll wait.
Cool, yep, so you can mark that you took 2 harm. And then Jordan gets a crushing blow on you, so would you like to describe how you attack her with your mace?
After she...
just 3 harm to her.
Yeah, because it's a crushing blow for him, yeah.
Dang.
After she...
This is looking bad for him. For Basil Durant.
8 health.
That's true.
After she, like... or he slices at me, I go, oh, but that was not quite very nice. And I just take the mace and bonk him on the head.
Yeah.
That blow did not do as much damage as that voice is doing. I think the voice did 2 damage and the maze did 1.
But yeah,
Okay,
so then
so now
you can
I'm
mark
off balance.
mark your stance as off balance, which gives you
My goal
worse
is
options
emotional damage.
for your moves.
Yes.
All right, cool.
So now we don't re-roll anything at this point.
So yeah, we resolve harm. We determine if the duel has met the established stakes. Neither of your harm clocks are filled, so the stakes have not been met. If the duel stakes are not met, resolve any moves that worsen an opponent's stance. Obviously, we did that. Resolve any moves that improve stance, and then after each round, duelists re-roll the dice they used. Duelists may swap weapons, and you note your current stance, and either duelist may yield. Would either
But
of you like to
after
yield?
each round, does that mean after we use all of our dice that we have rolled? That seems like that's a round, right? Or else we'd be re-rolling
Each
our dice every
round.
time.
Yeah, exactly. I think that is what it is.
Well, no,
I'll
it
read
couldn't be
again, though.
because if you roll all ones, that would mean I'm just dead because I rolled 3 ones. I can't do anything without it.
Right.
So I'm assuming you
Yeah.
just
You reroll
Yeah,
every
so-
time. Yeah, a round
Okay,
is
so-
an exchange of combat. Yeah.
Okay, so now we're re-rolling. So I re-roll 2 dice and he re-rolls 1 die.
Did you use 2 of them?
you only used one.
I think you only used 1, right?
Oh,
You
okay,
just
okay.
used clean strike.
Okay.
How
So you only re-roll the ones that you've used?
Exactly. Yeah. So basically, you're replenishing your die pool after you've used 1, and it will come up possibly as a different number. So yeah, each of you go ahead and GM roll 1d6 to me. Yeah, so you still have the other ones you rolled, but you also have this number. Cool. So
Alright.
I assume neither of you are going to yield.
No.
Okay.
No.
Cool. You begin the next round by selecting and resolving your moves. So go ahead and do it again.
3, 2.
Oh, unless you want,
Are
wait,
ready?
unless you want to change weapons.
Nah.
Oh,
I figured. Yep. Whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go. I have worsened your stats. There was no harm to be done.
Yeah. That's a bummer.
I mean,
Yeah. You guys want to describe this? Right. So Emily, you're just like going after him and nothing, he doesn't get hurt, but
Yeah, I'm staggered around and I slap him in the head with my sword, and I mean slap with the broadside of the sword to throw him off balance. Since we're going for heads, apparently.
how do you wait, quick question. How do you go from off balance to steady? It doesn't list anything to make. Do you automatically do that?
I don't think you do.
yeah,
You
I
just
don't think you
automatically-
can. I think once you aren't steady, you can't go back to being steady.
Okay.
Well,
Interesting.
because the fight is just continuing going. There's no respite really.
Mhm.
So yeah, you can't really can't steady yourself until the duel is just over.
Fair enough. I guess this isn't like 6 seconds around. This is like
Right. Yeah. This is a
6 seconds total.
exactly. This is a duel.
So now we re-roll again.
I believe so. Yeah, and you can always yield or change weapons if you'd like.
After I strike him in the head with my sword, I throw it to the ground and grab out my little dagger.
Okay, sounds good. What does that one do? +1 harm to a downed opponent, -1 harm to a steady opponent. Okay, yeah. So that won't. He's not steady anymore. So
Is downed intentionally have 2 4s, or is one of those supposed to be a 5?
probably is supposed to be a 5. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's supposed to be a 5.
Yeah.
But the
A 5, you're just screwed.
so it's copy and pasted. So does
Yeah.
that mean 5 is supposed to be something different?
No,
or
I think 5
also
is also supposed to be gain your footing. Yeah.
Okay.
That seems like the most likely option. Is they copy pasted it because that was going to be the same thing again, but then didn't change the number.
wait. So you can improve your stance,
Only from
But
down.
only from downed, right?
but only from down.
Yeah, you can never get steady again. Is the idea. Yeah, so in theory, it's best to keep steady as long as you can.
Okay.
But yeah, so
I'm
then, Jordan, do you
ready
want to
whenever
go ahead and
you
roll
are.
GM roll your new die again?
I was just making sure that I was doing that right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool stuff. All right, go ahead and type in your choices and then reveal.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Attack. Clean strike.
Okay.
So I deal 1 harm to you.
And you block 1 harm.
Well, so 1 harm total. Because a clean strike does 2
does
harm.
2. Yeah, you're right. Yep.
Yerp.
Cool. Yeah. So, do you want to describe that for us, guys?
That's what I do.
There, that's what Emily does.
With the noises.
Yeah, of course.
Jordan, do you have any noises in response that you make?
Chink, 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 chink.
Yeah.
Chink, chink, ow. Chink, 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 chink.
And then, Jordan,
A formidable opponent.
You get to reroll both of your dice. After this round, as an extra thing for block 1 harm.
Yay.
But you don't have to. So if you like that result, you don't have to. But yeah, so just 1 harm is all that happened, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Jordan.
Yes.
Harm.
Cool. All right, would either of you like to change weapons, or would you like to? Are you going to reroll both of your dice, Jordan? Yes. The answer is yes. Cool.
So, help me out one more time.
Mhm.
So, can you use a higher number to do a lesser number action?
No.
Or that's the action.
Yeah, the
you're
number
able to do?
corresponds to the action.
Cool.
So basically, it's like you roll these dice, and it's like, which actions are available to me?
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and put in your options.
I'm ready.
I'm ready too. 3, 2, 1. Rumble.
Ooh, very good, very good. Cool, yeah. So Emily does down you.
I take my dagger and I slap you across the face with it down to the ground.
Probably slam him with like the pommel or something, but yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh!
No, it's the broadside of the dagger.
Yeah, I know. That's
No, Caleb was trying to say that I did it with the pommel, and I'm like,
I'm trying to present this as a serious dueling
Specifically the
situation, and
Caleb, serious? Us?
I am flattered that you take me seriously with this voice. Not even my own mother and father took me seriously. That's why I had to kill them. That's why I'm homeless.
He's giving me such a bad headache. I take 2 more harm.
that's why I had to leave the castrati and become a bandit.
It's pretty even right now.
In canon, that is why your voice is like that. For my own sanity, you were castrated as a child, and we're part of the castrati.
They were going for the circumcision and missed.
Oh no!
I tried to be a singer, but I was better with a sword than with my voice. I found it easy to stab people with a blade, but I could not stab them. I could not stab their emotions with my sonorous singing.
Alyssa said in chat, Jordan sounds like the gingerbread boy from Shrek.
Gosh.
Not the gumdrop puns!
Basil just going, and trying to hold his dagger still at his opponent instead of at himself and his ears.
Yep. So Jordan,
I'll make you a Van Gogh yet.
Yep, you are downed. You both are at 3 harm left. So, good job. Neck and neck here.
I do not yield.
Sounds good. Go ahead and roll your dice again if you haven't already. Cool. All right. You may paste your actions when you're prepared to do so.
I am ready.
Keep in mind that Emily gets +1 damage against you, Jordan, while you're downed because she has a dagger out.
Mm-hmm.
Now with the armored thing, can I do that like post?
Yeah, it's always post, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
3, 2, 1, go. Hesitate. So I'm going to reroll all of my dice.
Sounds good. Yes, so Jordan brings up his shield, turtles himself for a second, and Emily just like,
Oh!
and
I'm still
Basil's just,
considering if I want to chop my ears off or not.
Oh my gosh, you know what? I just realized the voice I'm doing.
What?
Hello, Brain. What are we going to do tonight?
Same thing we do every night. Pinky, take over. Oh, I forget. Destroy the world, take
Trying
over
to
the
take
world.
over the
Take over the world. That was it. Okay. I couldn't remember. It's been forever since I've thought about that.
Pinky and the brain. Pinky and the brain. The other insane.
all right.
I forgot the first part.
So both of you re-rolled your entire pool. Okay,
Yep.
sounds good.
One is a genius, the other's insane.
Okay, that was what
Pinky
it
and the
was.
brain. What'd you say, Caleb?
So I just noticed that you both re-rolled your entire pool.
Oh.
Yep.
We're just swimming.
Cool. All right. Change of weapons, yielding.
A true fighter never yields.
Yeah, fair.
I must become better than my other bros and become the biggest bro.
All right, go ahead, pace your actions.
Okay, I'm ready.
Ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
Ooh, interesting.
Ooh.
I've been tripped.
So you evade harm, Emily, but he's not doing harm, so Jordan just...
Now you two are just resting on the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
We're
Nice.
just both on the ground.
Well, no, she's off balance.
No, I'm down now.
No, you were
I
both
was
off balance.
already.
You brought her off balance in the first roll you made. Remember crushing blow?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize.
Yeah, so you both are on the ground tussling now. So with this next exchange, Jordan, I would maybe switch to dagger because you get a +1 harm towards her if she's continues to
I
be.
get to do that! Oh, joy! I'm gonna use the dagger.
Something to note about the rules here. Let me find it. An opponent who is already downed, if their stance is worsened, they take 1 harm instead.
Ooh.
So
Oh,
is a
okay,
note.
good to know.
Wait, say that again?
So if you try to like worsen someone's stance when they're already downed, like all the way downed, then you do 1 harm with that instead of trying
was
to
Oh,
wondering.
that's interesting.
Yep.
That's
Excellent.
good to know. You just have 2 people that are constantly tripping each other.
Exactly,
It's just
yeah.
like, I'm gonna make sure you stay on the ground here. Oh, I'm gonna make sure you stay. And that's just silly.
At that point, you're just kicking them.
I'd like to think that Seth's character, Thomas, is just like standing there like as a like prim and proper knight and just watching these 2 buffoons wrestling on the
What?
ground.
What else would I be doing right now?
Exactly.
I am observing and seeing what the competition brings.
You're confident you're going to beat either of these fools.
I just know that I can technically make it so I do not die this game.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, I won't get into it, but Thomas probably would end up yielding.
That's true. Yeah. Seth can
Yeah.
assure himself that he will not die.
And what's more important, winning or not dying?
Unless you accidentally get enough damage done to you that you die before you can yield, and you didn't. Yeah.
Just remember, kids, not dying is half the battle.
So actually, I have a question, Caleb. Then, if I did a crushing blow, technically, well, no, never mind, because it's clean strikes worst opponent stance. Never mind.
Yep.
Never mind.
Okay. Are you ready, Jordan?
Oh, I haven't even rolled my. So I guess I have to do that. Okay.
3,
Wait, I gotta type it.
2, 2,
Okay, I'm ready.
1, go.
Good question. Okay, let's look at the order of
How does this
operations.
work?
Yeah, let's look at the order of operations here.
I'm like,
So-
I will not stand for this. And then I try to stand.
Yeah, you're right. You won't stand.
So the first thing you do is resolve harm. Then
Okay,
you
so Jordan
determine.
would take harm,
Yes. Yep. So
and then he would
Jordan
gain
takes.
his footing.
Yeah, that's how it works. So harm goes first. So you do take 1 harm there, Jordan, unless you wanted to
Use your armor.
use your arm. I wouldn't use it for that. You still have 2 health left after this. But then afterwards, you do gain your footing.
Oh, okay. So you just stand up then.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
That's
now
good.
Emily's still on the ground. Or Basil.
I'm
rather.
rolling like poop, Jordan. Just know that.
Yeah. Oof. That's bad. Sorry.
He's what? What'd you say?
I'm rolling like poop.
Oh,
Her character is too.
Caleb.
You know, on the ground.
yeah, that's what I thought she meant.
Me too.
I'm rolling in poop and
Yes.
like poop.
Yes, Emily.
No, another thing. Never mind. I answered my own question in my head,
Okay.
So then
And I
have
think it-
to-
I think it's right,
Okay.
but I could be wrong.
Sounds
But I
good.
think it's right.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Caleb, do you notice my roll?
Yes, I don't know why it's significant necessarily.
It's not significant. It's just funny to me.
Okay.
That's all.
Are you ready, Jordan?
Let me
Yeah.
type it out.
So you're still having your dagger out, right? I assume, Jordan. / Vincent.
Yes.
Yeah, because you'll get 1 harm to her. Plus
Yeah.
1 harm.
All right. Yep, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so harm gets done first. So that means Jordan does 2 harm to you with his glancing blow. How would you like to describe that, Vincent? As you jump on.
She trips
on
me
him?
and I go, oh no! And I accidentally stab her on the way down.
There you go. That makes sense.
All right. Glancing blow.
Cool. Ooh, nice. Basil has 1 health left. And Jordan has 2, and he still has armored. So things are looking
But
in.
guess what? A true
Vincent's-
soldier never yields.
It's true. It's true. Ooh, nice. All right. Anyone changing weapons or yielding?
Nope.
All right. Type out your results and go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Glancing blow and gain your footing.
So I do 2 harm.
Oh.
So you need to
Oh,
use your
say
thing.
no.
Yeah, you use your armor to negate it.
Well, I mean, it's either that or die.
Boom.
Yeah.
Made you do it.
And so that happens first, and then you gain your footing, Jordan. So you're back to being off balance.
A true soldier never yields.
All right. Sounds good. Yikes. I'm so sorry, Emily. That's bad.
Is this just for everything that ye did? This is like, oh, this has been like, I can't obviously see
A
Emily's
true
dice, but this has been fairly even.
A true soldier never yields.
Yeah. This,
I yield. After that,
Emily
I don't.
yields as a character and as a player. She's done.
For those reasons, I'm out.
That was the last piece of emotional damage Emily needed.
Anyone switch weapons? Still daggers?
Daggers.
All right. Go ahead and write out your actions.
I'm ready.
1 second.
1 is the loneliest number. 2, not better than 1. 3,
Okay, I'm ready. 3, 2, 1. Boom.
I only have shield.
I was
weapons,
wondering.
So I have to pretend to hold a shield, but it's just my arm. That doesn't do anything. Fatal harm. Yeah, so Emily or Basil just goes, ah! And Jordan just goes, ah!
Okay, so I'm assuming that at least allows me to use the 2 and then reroll 1 die.
I don't think so.
'Cause-
Oh yeah,
No.
yeah.
Right,
Yes.
like I don't get to reroll all of them. I
Yes.
just rerolled the 1.
Yes, okay, that's what I thought.
That's what I was like. That's the question I was gonna have, and then I answered in my own head that this is what I would assume would happen.
You're correct.
I didn't think about that. You end up getting stuck with bad rolls. Like when you get later in it, you could get stuck with 2s.
Yep.
Okay.
Y'all ready?
I am ready.
I am.
My only hope is that Jordan has rolled 2 1s. Essentially. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Ooh, yikes. There it is.
Ooh.
There it is.
Okay, but can I deal 1 harm before I die?
Yes, but it doesn't matter because it's resets at the beginning of a new duel. So yeah, it's
Right,
not,
but I just want
sure,
to.
of course, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Go ahead and describe it. So Basil gets a hit in before Vincent kills him.
So I feel like Vincent's probably like kind of standing over me as I'm on the ground, rolling in the poop, rolling like poop.
Yeah.
And I just have my dagger and I just like slice at his foot and like graze his ankle. And he like, but I get the Achilles. So like he's almost dead because he's super off balance because I get his Achilles. And then Jordan, how does Vincent bash me to death?
Vincent goes, ow! And like goes for his ankle. And in the process, his shield slips off and it comes and crushes your head.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you like elbow dropper.
No.
People's elbow.
This is the people's elbow.
Yeah, and since you like actually kill him, it probably isn't like shield face first. It's probably like spiky bottom of the shield first, right? Like right into his eye or something,
or throat or something.
Yeah.
Accidental decapitation. Oh no!
And the Durant house is not getting Leda Peralt's estate today. Your brothers.
Going to write my hit song, Durant.
I was resisting the urge to make that joke because I actually have no idea who Duran is.
Hungry like the wolf.
Oh, okay. I know that song.
Basil's brothers are disappointed with him in this life and then the next. There you go. Basil's dead. All right, you can reset.
I'm not the first one to die.
Yeah. You can reset your stuff, Jordan. Take your armor back.
It's going to be a quick game.
Health back. Exactly. Yeah. That's what Jordan's requested.
Right. Jordan did request a quick game.
And
but it's lasting longer than I originally thought it was going to.
Agreed.
At first I was like, this is gonna take 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm. In universe, it probably took around that long, but
yeah. All right, Tomas Alvray.
So I was like, good show. Now he picks up his warhammer. Let's have at it. Or would there be like a delay? Because like he has to
No, he's just like instantly back to normal. All right, let's go! And he charges.
But yeah, once the round or the duel ends, you just like reset.
Didn't you know I was a Pokemon?
Yeah, go ahead and GM roll your pool.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
like-
no, Seth. Oh no.
Emily, you cursed me.
Oh no.
My thing now is I'm like, do I open the Twitch stream so I can watch all these rolls happen?
I would, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna.
I am taking
This
solace in
next
the fact
round
that
will
I'm
be
fast.
smashing.
Okay. So Jordan, you have to send yours, and then because I'm fast, so I can pick afterwards.
Oh,
Yes, yeah. He's fast, so that means you announce your move first, and then Seth announces his move.
okay.
So you can just paste it whenever you're ready.
I think you know what I'm doing, Caleb.
Yeah, like the one option available to you.
It's like double crushing blow. Also, I'm going back to my mace. Just
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
And I have my warhammer.
Yep.
Doing a clean strike. Well, I am doing a bash.
oh no, my weakness!
Cool. So your clean strike deals what, 2 harm?
Yep.
Jordan? Yes, you can mark the 2 harm there, Seth, and then
Oops.
but you immediately lose your balance here, Jordan / Vincent. So you're now off balance. And you guys can go ahead.
I've always been off balance.
You guys can go ahead and roll your replacement die secretly again. Is that the worst?
All right, I think I'm ready.
Go for it.
Actually, you know what I'm gonna do?
What are you going to do?
Oh wait, so you rolled a bash,
Bash!
and I have that because I didn't lose my
You
balance.
have that.
You didn't know.
So I'm going to.
One is useless to you unless you just want to re-roll a die.
I kind of want to.
Yeah, but you're going to be rolling a die anyway if you do the other option, and that way you can get him down another stance.
Well, my thought is I could save a useful die for later.
Yeah.
And you spend a useless one now. But if I do that, actually no, I could use that later then.
Right.
Actually, that's potentially useful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll also bash. So I'll match it. So I'll go to off balance and you go to downed.
Yep.
Whee!
Anyone going to switch weapons? You going to switch to a dagger, Seth?
That
would be clever.
I think so. Yeah, I'll switch to my dagger. I'll re-roll.
It's not too bad. Oh, you did.
You can't.
Keep in mind that it still does damage.
I know.
Am I good?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Block 1 harm.
You know what? Yeah, I'll spend one of my wands. Because the only thing I could do wouldn't do anything anyway, so.
Oh, well, yeah, at this point, if you spend a 1, you're hesitating. So you skip the action.
Oh, and I can reroll both of them.
You can reroll both of them, yeah. Yeah, you can roll any of them. So you can keep the other one if you want, or you can reroll all of them.
I think I really want to reroll everything.
Yeah.
All of my dice were kind of sucky.
Go for it.
Nice. Okay, that's a lot. That actually kind of worked.
Better than it was.
Give me a second, Jordan. I'm actually like tracking them with physical dice. So you did hesitate. So I think I'll do a glancing blow doing 2 damage to you.
Oh no, not 2 damage.
Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, and I'm ready, Jordan. Oh, well, I'm going to bash.
So Jordan's just like, well, you see, so are you still down? Yeah, you're down still, right, Jordan?
He's still down,
Yeah,
so I
so I
bash.
take
So you
damage.
do one,
So-
you do one harm first, yeah, and then he gains it.
But he's downed already, so it does 2 then.
No, because that's what bash does. Bash only worsens your opponent's stance, but since he is already as worse as he can
right,
get, that's
right,
why
right,
it does
right.
one harm. Yeah.
Right, okay.
So that happens first, and then he gains his footing.
I like being able to decide afterwards. It makes it more strategic.
Mhm.
It just doesn't always help.
Yeah, I like that. More strategic, not always helpful.
Clean strike.
I'm going to bash.
So clean strike does
Oops.
2 harm to you, Seth, and then you worsen Jordan's stance again. He's down again.
So I took 1 damage.
2. He did clean
I
strike.
took 2 damage. Ugh. This is going to go quickly.
Indeed.
Wait, what? I'm going to do a glancing blow for 2 damage.
Cool. So you two have 2 health left. Wait, how much
Mhm.
health do you have, Jordan?
I've got 1 health.
Oh, you have 1 health left. Ooh, yikes.
You have 1 health left?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you did 2, and then you did
Okay.
1, and then
Oh, you haven't used your armor yet.
2.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I haven't
true,
used my
yeah.
armor.
Okay.
And I'm back to off balance.
Yep.
Cool.
How much health do you have left?
2.
Okay.
This is getting risky.
Coming down to the wire. I'm excited for Seth to actually die.
I could potentially just die here.
Mm-hmm. And you do.
I do. I'm just dead.
What action do you want to take, though? Oh, yeah, because it doesn't matter, because he has armored, yeah.
Yeah, I have
Very good.
bash. I kept rolling bash
Uh-huh.
over and
Over and
over
over
and
again.
over and over again.
All separate
Literally,
rolls.
I have
Yeah.
2 4s in front of me and a 1.
I just like to imagine your character who's sitting there watching us wrestle around on the ground, and you're just like, these baboons have no idea what they're doing. And then you just go over there and you're like Goofy from Kingdom Hearts, and you're just like, help, Sora, help.
Literally, what happened is the time where I rerolled everything. I was like, I have a bash and like a block. I'll just re-roll everything. I rolled 2 more bashes. I was like, are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
I had no business winning this.
The shield is very helpful, I'm now realizing, because you can actually use your freaking rolls.
Having the shield.
Well, I'll admit, like,
Jordan had less dice than you guys, but yeah.
well, it also just doesn't help if you keep rolling the same thing over.
Uh-huh.
Like, I can use bashes. I can't use 5 of them.
Yeah. Yikes! Yeah.
I wanna-
So, I mean, literally, like the worst villain of the three of you just got to be in charge of this place.
Alyssa.
Yeah, I know. Alyssa in chat wrote, "Wow, Seth died so fast." Even
Yep.
Ryan made a comment about how Seth always dies.
Hey, I didn't die first though, and that's all that matters.
I don't think that's all that matters. I don't think that's the
It's
legend
all
of
that
Seth.
matters to me.
Okay.
Because I knew I would go into this probably
you've
dying,
lowered
but
your expectations then.
my thought was I would probably have surrendered had I gone down, but I never got down, so I didn't surrender.
Right.
So
Wait. So was your last action bash?
I had bash, and hesitate.
So what is
That's
the
what I
thing you
had.
did? What is the thing that you did? Did you bash or did you hesitate?
Bash.
Okay, so then what happens, right, is I get bashed and then I go, oh no! And as I'm falling down, the morning star the dagger prop. No? Oh wait, are you down?
No, I'm not balanced.
You're off balance? Okay. So what probably happens is you bash me, and as I'm falling back, I throw my mace and it probably just
I mean, you have armored though, so you can just ignore that.
No, he hits me.
Oh, you hit Seth. I see.
I bash him and he hits me in the head with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I hit him in the head while I'm
I
falling
thought,
back.
for some reason in my brain, it was like you fell on your own mace.
No.
For a second there. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. And you just brained the dude, and he is just out. And you're. The thing is, you're a fake knight. You were never supposed to be here.
Hey, I was a knight at some point, allegedly.
You were a soldier at one point, and you were an alleged knight because you just stole some of Lady Peralt's armor, one of her knight's armor, and then just pretended to be a knight.
I am a former soldier. Yeah.
An alleged knight, exactly.
Okay, yeah.
And so, literally, what happens is you go over to Lady Peralt and then say I have won back your land for you, and she looks at you and then says, "I don't know who you are."
I am your champion knight, Lady Peralt.
I am gonna burn this character up in actual Burning Wheel rules, where he was once a castrati and then became this weird bandit guy. That's wonderful. Okay, this guy exists in the world now. Thanks, Jordan.
Thank you, Jordan. You know what? If anything, that's the real victory here.
Is Jordan somehow got his weird castrati character to live through this duel?
And my true loss was not dying, but it wasn't getting to kill this man or Seth's character.
Yeah, you didn't get to kill anybody. So sad. So very sad.
In the eternal words of Jeff Steitzer, double kill.
Oh my. Well, that was a duel at Buckthorn, or in this case, a duel at Marchhaus. Thanks for playing, guys. That was kind of a fun little mini game thing.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. It definitely has its own kind of internal logic and fun kind of strategy, and I mean, I could definitely see it just being a mini game that we use for something else at one point, right? Or we're hey, we want to do a duel. Let's use Duel of Buckthorn rules.
Exiting scene. Lady Peralt, have I told you about my cousin, A Duel Throckmorn?
And we're out. Thanks for playing, guys. Thanks for watching. We are out of here.